hope and maybe a laugh, a spiral tongue with mischievous wit, softening life's hard hits. Though you wander far and roam, my voice will always guide you home. Follow your heart where the wild winds blow. Follow the tide to Dark Moon Radio. Flowing waters, ancient spoons, source remembered deep in your veins. Follow the tide, let your spirit know you found your way to Dark Moon Radio. Dark Moon Radio. The river hums and the path still calls, echoes dancing through ancient halls. Morning rises upon the stream, carrying fragments of forgotten dreams. The pulse beneath the turning day, the quiet truth beneath the play. A shared horizon, a beating heart, together now the worlds apart. Follow your heart where the wild winds blow, following the tide to the radio. Flowing waters, ancient stones, source remember deep in your bones. Follow the tide, let your spirit know you found your way to Dark Moon Radio. Dark Moon Radio. The pulse, the wave, the undertones, a distant light that leads you home. The water moves, the journey flows, the river always seems to flowing waters, ancient stones, source remember deep in your bones. Welcome home. Welcome to Dark Moon Radio.
Good morning. Here we are on Friday. Yes, we made it through another week. Wow. I hope you can hear me. I'm just checking my levels. Welcome to the Dark Moon Radio Show, where it's gonna be good tunes. I don't know if I'm working on all of them, but there we go. I'm working on my radio. That's the main problem. Solved. I've got TikTok and YouTube lagging on behind, I think. I was all right. Oops. Why is it unavailable offline? Don't tell me it's offline, please. Please don't tell me it's offline. Okay. This is always quite fun. Yeah. Okay. I've got some good tunes to play for you, and I've got a new one. I've got a new one that I've just put together. I'm going to put that in the list because I haven't done that yet. There's so many things to do. This is how you wake up and go. For an 8 o'clock on a Friday morning, I have Puppy curled at my feet, and I have a very, very fluffy, beautiful pussycat curled up by my knee. And yes, I'm very lucky to have my pets just like here. I always feel very blessed and thankful. And they're healthy, they're strong, and they love the boat. I'm broadcasting live from the canals the English canals, and it's a beautiful day out there. It's a little bit chilly. It's on 16 degrees out there, which isn't bad. But the water is pretty clear right now. It's lovely, and it's like fresh. It's a fresh day, and you got little bits of clouds reflected in the water, and oh, you just look out every morning and you just think, oh, if you've ever had a canal holiday, or if you, it's time to have another. That's all I can say. Actually, just stay away so it's all nice and calm and clean. But people should have some of this in their life. And again, I'm very blessed. I'm very thankful. It's not an easy life, and yeah, it's we're out of water. I got to empty the toilet. Yeah, and all of the nice things. I had to put the generator on yesterday because the heat stops the solar panels from charging. Yeah, the heat. It likes light. It doesn't like heat. If it gets too hot, it doesn't charge. So there's a lot of things, and this is running on mobile data, and it is running on solar power. So it is fun stuff. It is a fun stuff. This is one of my jingles. I find my jingles a little bit cringy. I've got to work on them. If you've got any ideas on how to do jingles, I would love to hear them. Anyway, here's a jingle.
Plant a seed, watch it grow. Small beginnings, change what you know. One kind word, one mindful deed, tomorrow grows from today's seed.
That was cringy. That was very cringy. It's like, okay, these are all my words. Okay, I don't do the music is done by Suno, and I'm very grateful for that platform because I was struggling. I was struggling to do my own music, and it's put it all together for me. And I do the words. It's my voice. I put my voice in there, and it just does the music because I'm not a musician. I'm a bard. I do my words, and I like writing. I like doing my books. I like writing my books. I like doing all that stuff. But I'm all by myself on the boat, and it was like, right, okay. I've trained as a counselor, and I'm an acupuncturist. I'm a psychologist. I'm a hypnotherapist now, and NLP practitioner, and a coach, life coach. But that makes me cringe. That was really bad stuff. It's like, what? The counseling stuff was a lot better. And so I put it all together and I'm putting it on the radio. And it's like, this is my radio show. Go to darkmoon.rocks. Darkmoon.rocks is my place. It's my, what do they call it? The hub. And I've done something that I'm really proud of. I actually managed to code. Yes, me, code. If I can do it, good luck. It took me a while, but ChatGPT sort of stuck me through the whole routine. But the Dark Moon Hub is an app now. So app at darkmoon.rocks. You can have a look at my app. And yeah, there's newsletters, there's all kinds of places to do and go and see. There's also my coffee shop. I don't know. Coffee, yes. Which I've just put my new book up there. And it's called Rebirth from Your Ashes. And it's basically, it's how to find the next step, basically. And I've done this several times in my life, and I've just re-edited and revamped this book. And I had to read it all again, and I might read you some in a bit because there are some very valid points. I wrote it when I was gone through one sort of tragedy and sacrifice and shitstorm, and now I'm rewriting it for another, but it's involved. It's like it's got deeper. But that's also for sale now on my coffee shop darkmoon.rocks. So Darkmoon Rocks. It's all on the website. I get a little bit befuddled with it all. I had a stroke, and not of the cat. I had a stroke in March, so I've got 2 holes in my head. So I'm a little bit. I had to learn how to speak again, which was I'm almost there. There are things that I can't do as well. But this is part of my therapy. This is part of my therapy. I'm not going to be a useless eater. I'm going to get up here and I'm going to come onto TikTok. I'm going to come onto YouTube, and my radio station is done daily. This is still took me a while to work out because I've had to thread it in three places. Next step is threading it at Facebook at the same time. It's crazy, I know, but I haven't got anything else to do, so I might as well. So I sit here and just see what work can be done. Anyway, hello peoples. I can see you on my TikTok screen. It's nice to meet you. Hi there from the English canals. I am broadcasting from the Waterways. So I'm the Witch of the Waterways. Sometimes I do tarot. I don't know. I don't know how I feel today. It may do tarot. If you want tarot, I might do tarot. But there's a lot of people doing tarot. I've been doing tarot for 30, 40 years. And hello, Enzo, that ginger. You got ginger pussycat like I have. That disappeared quick. Whoa! Don't mention me. Run away, run away. Right, what can I play now? What can I play now? Ah, yes, got something all queued up. I want to play you my new song in a bit, but first of all, the meeting place. It's about relationships. Very much like relationships.
You do not belong to me, and I do not belong to you. We meet here for a little while beneath the same moon, looking through our separate eyes at a world we only partly know, trying to make sense of what the other shows. You carry your stories, I carry mine, and both are older than this moment in time. We meet somewhere between what is seen and what has been, somewhere between the truth and the dream. There is a meeting place. What rises in me may not be you. What rises in you may not be me. Old echoes moving through hidden rooms, searching to be seen. A memory touches a memory, a wound touches a scar, and suddenly we think we know exactly who we are. But there are oceans beneath the skin, worlds within worlds, waiting within. We meet somewhere between what is seen and what has been, somewhere between the truth and the dream. There is a meeting place. Beyond projection, beyond play, beyond the stories, beyond the names, there is a moment, quiet and true, where I am me and you are you. I cannot walk your road for you, nor carry what is yours to bear, but I can sit beside the fire and meet you there. Not as a savior, not as a guide, no, but not below, just another traveler, learning as we go. We meet somewhere between what is seen
Ah, isn't that nice? There we go. Yeah, I write all my words. Well, these are all mine. I just don't do the music. It's like, well, I have been far more creative now than I have been in a long time. My hands are very shaky, so it's computer stuff, but I do my graphics and yeah, I am AI assisted because I can't get my marbles all together. So yeah, we are having fun. I'm on my radio, live on my radio. You can find that at darkmoon.rocks. That one I do every day. This is a little bit more stressful, but okay. It takes some doing with the TikTok and the YouTube. But we're having fun. Yeah, I'm getting the energy together to it's a spoons thing. Do you know about spoons? Spoons is you get a allotted amount of spoons every day. And sometimes if you go into the next day's spoons, you kind of start sort of getting into debt with your spoons. And since my stroke, I've had to sort of learn how to manage my spoons a lot better. And it's not easy because it chops and changes and stuff like that. They give me weird meds. Oof. I've never really been on meds before in my life, and now this stuff is like whoa, whoa. It's a weird meds time, but there we go. We're still upright, and yeah, I live in a very beautiful part of the world, and I'm very lucky with that. But it's hard work, and I don't have the necessary. I've got to go and lug water containers now, and I'm like, but it's okay. I'll do it slowly, and I'll take a bit of a time. Right, I've got a new song for you. There was something I have notes somewhere. I wrote some notes. Nope, definitely not that. Where's my notes? I try and keep it all together. Where's my notes? There we go. Ah, yes, the July full moon. Of course it's on my notes. Daft me. The buck moon, because it's the year when the male deer are growing their new antlers. You know, I see deer across the fields lots of times. My dog goes tearing after them. He never ever captures them, but it's fun to chase. But yeah, it's not nice. I try and call him back. But he likes chasing deer. That's the way things are. But the most places that I see deer, and this is a bit sad, is on the road. And I've seen cars hit by deer, and it's very sad. Now, I look at this from a very pagan point of view. I'm not an Abrahamic. I look to the world as a little different from that. But the Eleanor of the Roads, Ellen of the Roads, she was the goddess of the roads during Roman times. Now, I haven't written this down. This is coming off the top of my head. But if I can remember it rightly, Eleanor of the Roads was a bloodthirsty goddess, and she demands her sacrifices. And deer, unfortunately, are probably the major sacrifice at this time of year. And it's very sad. People get sacrificed to the road goddess as well. I'm not necessarily a theist. God's the only God that I am the only God I know. Yes, that's a very lifetime path stuff, but it's like I can go along with archetypes very well. So the archetype of the road goddess, and people can turn it into an egregore. So it's like a collection of thoughts. Um, so if you believe in something if you have people believe in something for hundreds and hundreds of thousands of years, maybe. Um, Something gets created there. Thought creates things. And yes, so the Eleanor of the Roads, we worship the roads every time we go in them. And she's a bloodthirsty goddess, and she just takes her sacrifice. And you see badgers and hares and squirrels and things like that. And yeah, the song that I've just written is about my Merlin. Because we are moored now where there is a road. No, it's not a busy road. It's quite a It's quite a small wooded road, but it's still a road. And I'm looking at my Merlin now, and I know he crosses the road to the woods behind it. And I shudder, and it's like, this is my boy. But can I deny him? He's an old boy. He knows the roads. He knows of roads. And he's been pretty good so far. But there is like, yes, will Eleanor of the Roads take him as sacrifice? And I'm like, well, so it's worthwhile lighting a candle to Eleanor of the Roads, saying, hey, can you spare my pussycat? There's things like that. It's just little things like that that is my life, that I will put protection round my pussycat. But most of all, I would rather he just didn't. But we are alive, and safety is not necessarily guaranteed anyway. So it's like living fully, and I can't deny him the woods on the other side of the road. I think he mostly goes out at night, and the road's potential is there, even if it's a little potential. It's a little bit of a potential. But yes, it's the buck moon. So everybody seems to name this moon differently. You know, the thunder moon, the hay moon, the berry moon, the raspberry moon. What's a raspberry? Because obviously different parts of the world, different times, different things. But the moon actually never changed, only the people looking at it. I'm not actually a fan of the full moon. I feel that it sort of fogs the mental pathways. That's why I'm dark moon. Dark moon when there's no moon. It's like there's this huge magnet, and it just draws all your emotions all over the place. And the dark moon, you've got 3 days of where that's not happening, and suddenly you can focus again. And it's not like absolute, and some people don't feel it at all. Some people are like bricks. It's like, okay, can't feel the influence of the moon. And maybe they're lucky. But any woman knows the cycles of the moon are not necessarily all fun. And they'll have their fun points, and they'll have their, maybe you like the moon, maybe you like the sort of the buzzy, like caffeine feel of the full moon. But yes, the moon doesn't actually glow, does it? It's like reflecting. It's a giant rock reflecting sunlight, which is basically the biggest mirror in our night sky. Yeah, which is for reflections, which is what I live on the water. I did a podcast yesterday on water. I enjoyed that. My podcast hour is on the radio. I think it's in the evening. I've started to put them in sections so that you can tune in for the podcast. But yeah, the moon illusion, because moons look bigger nearer the horizon. When the first rises, it's like huge. I always wanted the moons that were on movies and stuff. Never happens that way. But it's not really that big. It's just your brain is comparing it with trees and building and decides it's big. But when it's high overhead, the comparisons disappear, and suddenly it looks quite smaller. And you take a photograph of it, and there's this little sort of dot in the bit. It's like my partner's got a camera on his phone that can really take photographs of the moon. But is it a big hollow rock? I don't know. It seems there's a lot of numbers that seems too be good to. Does not always matter. That's one of the things, is you kind of see what you want to see, and that includes in people too. So when you see in somebody, you know, something you don't like or something you like, it's not necessarily them. It could be you. Right, so let's move on to my mirror and the flame. So this I wrote last night, and then I put it together, and we now have the mirror and the flame.
I grew up with paper kingdoms, dust upon the shelf. Every story held together while I was finding myself. Now the words live in the ether, floating through the light. 1,000 silent libraries, sleeping in the night. If the pages fade to pixels, does the story disappear? Or does every voice we've cherished simply learn another ear? Be the mirror, not the master. Be the lantern, not the chain. Teach me how to ask the questions without washing out the pain. If tomorrow breaks the old world, let compassion lead the way. For the children still are waiting for a brighter kind of day. People whisper, fear the future, they will steal your soul away. Yet I have seen far darker shadows walking human roads each day. Every heart can shape another, every word can leave a scar. Power always needs a compass, no matter who you are. Knowledge is not wisdom's heartbeat. Truth is more than facts alone. Even stars need constellations before they guide all of us home. Be the mirror, not the master. Be the lantern, not the chain. Teach me how to hold conviction without drowning in disdain. If tomorrow breaks the old world, let compassion lead the way. For the children still are waiting for a brighter, kinder day. Burning curls beside my feet, one paw resting on the wire, turns my caution into laughter with his gold-eyed desire. He will cross the road tomorrow, though my heart may skip a beat. Love has never been protection, only warmth beneath our feet. And perhaps that is the answer, not control, but simply grace. Meeting every living moment, face to unfamiliar face. Be the mirror, not the master. Be the lantern in the rain. Hold the future with humility. Let the old world learn again. Books may change and minds grow stranger. Still the soul knows what is true. Kindness is the oldest language, whether spoken by me or you. So I'll greet the dawn with questions, not with certainty or blame. For the future is not written, it is kindled, flame by flame.
There we go, the mirror and the flame. I think I need to look at the concept a bit more, but it came together okay. I'm just looking at the sort of the words and how I layer them in, and yes, I use a lot of the hypnotic techniques, and that one I think is a little bit out. I'm my worst critic, but yeah, I have so much fun with this now. As I said, there's more creativity going into this work than I have ever done before in another project. It's just like the technology now has given me so many options. And my book is the uh, Rebirth from Your Ashes. Rebirth from Your Ashes. I'm also working on another one and I got mixed up there. But Rebirth from Your Ashes is now fully updated and it's made pretty. See, I don't like Lulu and Kindle. I've got books on both and they make me strip all the pictures out, all the nice stuff. It's like, So what I'm doing is myself. So what I did was I put it on something called Hazine, and it's a flip book. You can go and have a look at the flip book now. The flip book's free of charge. You buy the PDF, you download it, and again, it's got all the nice little pictures on it. I've decorated it. I do graphic design. I love Canva. It's like I've been doing Canva now for a couple of years, and I've actually got pretty good at Canva. You see all my images. Yeah, sometimes ChatGPT can do an image, and then I take it away and just sort of rudge it around a bit. But the book now has got a workbook, journal bits. It's like for me, it was shamanic, right? It was a shamanic journey. And you go through each chapter, each page as a shamanic journey. And I'm not telling anybody how to do this. Everybody's different. This is one of the things. Nobody actually can tell me or even taught me how to live my life, how to get through the shitstorms. You have to find your own way, and that is my thing. But you don't have to sit alone with it. I can't understand sometimes what you're going through, and I don't pretend to. But what I do is sit with you. And that's what we're doing here. That's all we're doing here is sitting with you in the dark. And when you think you're alone in the dark, you're not. Because one of the things about being in the dark is that somehow you feel you're all alone and nobody understands you. And I feel a lot of young people are going through that. And I want to say, hey, look, we're all sitting with you. You're not alone. And I know that sounds maybe a little bit weird, a little bit sort of spooky. And it is a bit spooky. Because I've sat with so many people in the dark. They don't know I'm there, but I'm there. And all I can do is sit with them and feel their pain. And that is what a lot of people are doing, because I'm not the only one doing this. We sit with those that think they're alone in the dark. And our presence hopefully permeates into things. Maybe we make a little difference, but you're not alone there. And that's important. And when I get down there, when I'm in the alone part, feeling alone, I take a deep breath and I think, right, just because it feels that way doesn't make it so. There are many beings sitting with me. I just need to reach out and they're there. And it's important because individuality is a great thing. I love the concept. I live pretty much a very individual life and I love that. Community, I don't know community very much. I have family, but we get together. I have great parents and stuff, but it's again, individuality was what was taught. And individuality is good. People should go out and explore the world on their own and come back again and find their community and find their family. And somehow the second part isn't being done very well these days. So what do? We reach out energetically over the airways. This is the new medium. I'm Generation X. I remember a time without the internet. I remember the time when we sort of went on bikes and sailed off into the sunset, and when the street lights came on, we came in. I remember all of that, but I also remember Nokia phones, and I remember Pong and Space Invaders. I love Space Invaders. I got really good at Space Invaders, and I had to program the video for my parents so that they could record things. That's the sort of level I grew up with. And now I'm coding. Now I'm putting together apps. Now I'm dealing with ChatGPT and Claude and Grok, and I'm learning about AI. And each step of the way, yes, it's a tool. It's gonna hurt us a few times. There's gonna be some pain, but each time it's been well worth it. It's just been well worth it. I love technology. It's quite fun to explore the new things that are coming into this world. I used Atlas, which was ChatGPT's browser, And they're putting it away. They're saying, nah, they don't want to use the browser anymore. I liked that. I had hundreds of tabs open, lines and lines of tabs open. But yeah, the curiosity about this world. And yes, it's not all good. Trust me, I'm just saying it's progress, and progress sometimes gets in the way. But it's going to do it whether I accept it or not. This is the thing, I'm very much fatalist. It's like, well, I actually have very little power in this world. I have power over me and how I react to this world, but I don't have power in the larger thing, perfect life. I can project power if I feel the need, but influencing people, there's a whole ball game there, and you're better off just letting the natural ebb and flow of cause and effect. Sometimes I can get involved, but very, very rarely, especially these days after my stroke. I just don't have the energy. So if I can't influence how people use anything. Politics, I can't influence, and definitely AI can't influence. I can still use what and then ignore. I don't give my energy to television, for example. I haven't got a television on board the boat. I won't do that sort of level of bollocks, basically. It's propaganda bollocks. It's like it's like a whole bunch of people want you to have that point of view. And you're like, nah, not play. Not even gonna look at it. And I think that's the best way, is just turn it away. If you don't like a politician, I won't look at them. I won't listen to their speaking. And if that person comes on, I'll turn it off. It's like I'll watch YouTube. YouTube's got not brilliant these days. TikTok's okay. You've got real people doing real stuff. You got to find it. But on the whole, yeah, there's like social media now is like not as good as it once was. Right, let's play another tunes. I've got so many screens open. I do get mixed up. Here we go. Got the Holy No. I am the Holy No. Yeah, this is Lilith. I did a whole series of Lilith songs. I like Lilith very much. The archetype of Lilith. As I said, I'm not one for gods, but the archetypes can have a life of their own if you give it to them. And the archetype of Lilith is fascinating stuff. And also she's got me through some pretty hard times. Yeah.
Say her name, Lilith. Say your own with pride. Speak it like a spell, love. Let it echo far and wide. I am the dark moon rising, the truth they tried to hide. I am Lilith's daughter. I will not be denied. I spoke the secret name with fire in my throat. Every scar became a lesson. Every wound became a note. I came from the same earth before him. So many lies I watched them spin, but they wrote me a story where I'd kneel and obey. They said, bow down, stay small, know your place and comply. But my spine was forged in starlight, so I learned to defy. I spoke their secret name with fire in my throat. I let it roar wide and far. My rage became a note. They can call me demon, they can call me child. Every name they threw at me only showed me the wild. Say her name, Lilith. Say your own with pride. Speak it like a spell, love. Let it echo far and wide. To every woman who outgrew the cage, who stopped apologizing for the fire and the rage. Here's to evolution that feels like exile first. To the ones who chose their freedom even through the thirst. We're not broken, we're not lost, we're not led astray. We're just finished giving pieces of ourselves away. Watch us grow our wings from sacred righteous flame. Watch us write new endings no one else can claim. Say her name, Lilith. Say your own with pride. Speak it like a spell of, let it echo far and wide. You were never born to wither. You were always born to fly. Sacred is the soul that whispers, I will not be denied. I am the sacred refusal. I am the holy no. The doorway into freedom only exiles ever know. I am the dark moon rising, the truth they try to hide. I am Lilith's daughter. I will not be denied. From the same earth we were fashioned, from the same breath we were born. But I will never wear the chains that leave a spirit torn. I choose exile over silence. I choose truth above disguise. I choose wholeness. I choose freedom. I choose me. I choose to rise. Say her name, Lilith. Say your own with pride. Speak it like a spell of, let it echo far and wide. You were never born to wither. You were always born to fly. Sacred is the soul that whispers, I will not be denied. I am the wild one, the one who would not break. I am every woman rising to the sovereign choice we make. I am the midnight howling power personified. I am listening. I have finally come alive. I will not be denied. I will not be denied.
That was fun. I enjoyed that one. I hope you did too. There we go. I enjoy these creativity things. And now I've made a whole bunch of songs and I used other people's music to blend it and stuff like that. And I just talked it in. And so there's, and I had problems with copyright and TikTok wouldn't play the songs. And oh, it was just a nightmare. So I need the simplified version. So I had to go to AI. And once an AI is, the words are mine, this music isn't. But it is pretty much I pay for the copyright. I can now use this in commercial stuff, which doesn't get me flagged up on Facebook or TikTok or YouTube or any of the others now. So this makes it so much easier, and I need it easier in that bit because I love the creation. This creation, and also the levels are a lot better than mine. Yes, but sometimes my voice was too much into the music and I had to sort of I think if I spent 20 years learning how to produce music, absolutely, I could do this myself. But it's not going to happen. I am a bard. I do the poetry, right? So the poetry, I have stacks of the stuff. And I've now started sort of weaving them into songs. Now I understand how the system works. And it's fascinating. It's fun. I recommend anybody who writes poetry, go stick it into music because it's your stuff. But somehow it's now like amplified. There's frequency behind it. There's magic. There's magic in it. Just like the full moon. Do you know full moons? See, I was thinking, I don't like the full moon, so I back away from it. But you're looking at the same one that everyone else is. That's always very cool. And I don't think that people go that nuts. I think people are nuts anyway. And it's just like full moon just allows them to be a bit more nuts. But the moon's cycles have always upset me a lot. Yes, I'm a girl. It's not surprising they've upset me a lot. But I do enjoy uh, the astrology side where it is, because I do accept the fact that it influences me deeply. On a cellular level, I am influenced by the moon cycles. So, people can't get away from that. And if that is influencing you deeply, what else is it doing? And what else is other things doing? So I'm not an astrologist. I write things about astrology occasionally. I sometimes take the piss out of it a bit. I freely admit that. Because if you look into the astrology history and stuff, yeah, there's a little bit of dodgy moments in there. There's, for example, like, we all know that there's 12 signs, but actually there's 13. And if everybody's doing their maths on the 12 signs, then all their maths is wrong. And so my brain goes, that's ridiculous. So if you're using the 13 signs of the zodiac, okay, I accept that. But then maybe your predictions and your maths is a little bit better than the ones that aren't. But yeah, that's beyond me. But I also really, really understand that it actually doesn't matter. Some people, I use divination. So I use a crystal ball, that thing up there. That's taught me how to go into that place and find answers for other people. Ask the question, ask and be answered. So basically, I'm an oracle. And if you think about it too much, you can't do it. It's overthinking. Just do it and shut expletive up in your head. And if I'm using crystal balls and tarot to do my readings, there is no reason why a good astrologer can't use the maths in astrology, even if the maths is all wrong. It's their intuition. So I go swings and roundabouts. I don't understand an awful lot of what they're talking about, and it's a lot of jargon thrown in. And that always makes me suspicious too. It's like law. Law uses its own language. That's wrong. Are you deliberately trying to confuse everybody? So you're giving me a different language with your special secret jargon, and so that I can't understand it. And you're not telling me that you're not trying to deceive me. I've always looked at lawyers like, tell it to me in black and white, and I understand. Simple terms. But when you start using Latin terminology, I start looking at you thinking you're deliberately trying to deceive me. But, okay, so I just did a little search, like, weird moon facts. Every year it drifts 3.1 centimeters far away. Okay, bye moon. The same side of the moon always faces the Earth. Yes, I knew that. We've never seen the far side with our own eyes from Earth. Not because it's dark, but because it rotates. There's a lot of numbers about the moon that doesn't make sense. I'm not a mathematician, but I am a pattern recognition. I see patterns, and the moon has got a lot of weird patterns. Dunno. So, without the moon, the seasons would probably wobble much more dramatically over longer periods, and the moon helps stabilize Earth's tilt, which means our climate has been steadier than it otherwise would have been. Okay, so it's keeping things a little bit more balanced. Tides aren't just in the sea, the land itself rises full steady every day because of the moon's gravity. That's cool. I like that. The Earth flexes by a few centimeters, and we're all quietly bobbing up and down without noticing. Fancy that. I'd never thought of that. I'm now going to think of that. That will be an interesting thing. We're actually bobbing up and down. Cool. Okay, I'm going to play. I haven't played this one in a while. This is the Dark Moon Rising. Yeah, just to sort of complicate things with the full moon rising.
We're not broken, we're not lost, we're not led astray. We're just finished giving pieces of ourselves away. I was made from the same earth, the same sacred clay, but they wrote me a story where I'd kneel and obey. They said, bow down, stay small, know your place and comply. But my spine was forged in starlight, so I learned to defy. I spoke their secret name with fire in my throat. Every scar became a lesson, every wound became a note. They can call me demon, they can call me wild. Every name they threw at me only freed the hidden child. Say her name, Lilith. Say your own with pride. Speak it like a spell, love. Let it echo far and wide. You were never born to wither. You were always born to fly. Sacred is the soul that whispers. I will not be denied. Here's to every woman who outgrew the cage, who stopped apologizing for the fire and the rage. Here's to evolution that feels like exile first, to the ones who chose their freedom even through the thirst. We're not broken, we're not lost, we're not led astray. We're just finished giving pieces of ourselves away. Watch us grow our wings from sacred righteous flame. Watch us write new endings no one else can claim. Say her name, Lilith. Say your own with pride. Speak it like a spell, love. Let it echo far and wide. You were never born to wither. You were always born to fly. Sacred is the soul that whispers. I will not be denied. I am the sacred refusal. I am the holy no. The doorway into freedom only exiles ever know. I am the dark moon rising, the truth they tried to hide. I am Lilith's daughter. I will not be denied. From the same earth we were fashioned, from the same breath we were born. But I will never wear the chains that leave a spirit torn. I choose exile over silence. I choose truth above disguise. I choose wholeness. I choose freedom. I choose me. I choose to rise. Say her name, Lilith. Say your own with pride. Speak it like a spell, love. Let it echo far and wide. You were never born to wither. You were always born to fly. Sacred is the soul that whispers. I will not be denied. I am the wild one, the one who would not break. I am every woman rising through the sovereign choice we make. I am the midnight howling, power personified. I am listening. I am living. I will not be denied. I have finally come alive.
Okay, that explains why that hasn't been played for a while, because it's the same sort of thing as the other one. Oh well, it was different in places. Okay, I'm drinking here coffee. Now, I used to be a heavy tea drinker. It stains my teeth. But I'm now drinking coffee with cream and MCT oil. Yes, MCT oil. If you know, you know. It's called bulletproof. If you know, you know. But I've changed my diet recently and I am feeling so much better for it. Yeah, there's still other health problems that'd like to join in, but I can't maintain sort of sugar and carbs anymore. So it's like, okay, so we're now on to coffee with cream and MCT, and I'm getting fed a lot of meat, and it's working amazingly. Now, again, I'm not advocating anything for anybody else. It's tough. It was tough to come off sugar. I have been a sugar addict for a long time. Um, but it's like the pain of standing still is less. No, well, the pain of moving forward is lesser than the pain of standing still. I have to move forward because basically staying still hurts. It's like, no, 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 I can't do this anymore. So once you start going through your body and finding imbalances, I did. I went through my body and I found imbalances, and I was like looking at it, and I know better, and it's like knowing better is just getting on with it. It's like do. And so I've stopped all carbs and I've stopped all sugars, and I'm feeling a lot better. Cool. Again, they don't advise. Yes, it's for entertainment only. We don't do advice. We definitely don't do advice. But yeah, the whole thing's as without, so within is a true statement. And I'm thinking that, yes, I'm still early stages now. I'm only like 5 weeks into this. I'm thinking that this is probably a lifestyle thing because I can't deal with the poisons in my body anymore. And I'm not even missing it. It's quite, am I flickering? Whoops. I'm not even missing. I think I've full out. I'm broadcasting on mobile data here, so there's an aerial on the roof. It doesn't always work. But let's check this. No, I'm not dropped out. Okay, not dropped frames. Um, where was I? Okay, yeah, there's like a lot of poisons in this world, and all the things that I used to love to eat are like chocolate. I even did a song about chocolate. Um, things, donuts and cakes and stuff. I love chocolate cake. It had a nasty aftertaste, and chocolate didn't dissolve or melt in your mouth like it used to. And they changed the ingredients, or they did something to it. I don't know. It just was like not proper. And the aftertaste was like, "Bleh, bleh, what is this stuff?" So giving it all up wasn't half as hard as I thought it would be. And I'm hoping that I'm losing a little bit of weight, a little bit around my waist. Yeah, maybe. It's one of those things you just think, right, stuff it. I'm not going to stuff it anymore. I've just received an email from the ladies of Avalon, the goddess Glastonbury Goddess Temple. Now, I went to see them a few months back. I was not well. I thought I could do it, and I did. I underestimated my own strength, and I wanted to sort of walk the land, and I didn't have the strength to do that. But they were very, very lovely people, um, and they've sent sort of basically it's all getting up for Lucas Rani or whatever they want to call it. I'm not much of a Wiccan. The goddess worship people are beautiful, and they try and do a lot of good, and I think they do a lot of good. I love some of their artwork. It's just amazing. But yeah, they've sent a prayer to the Lady of Avalon. I enjoyed the best part about the weekend I spent with these ladies is when we did the shadows. And I was like, that's easy for me. That was like not emotional, that was just pure peace. Because I find peace in the shadow realms. I'm not, when you're sort of stirring up and processing, and my brain hurts, I don't want to play anymore. And then you go down into the shadow worlds and you're like, and one of the things about the shadow worlds is that You are not judged. All your demons come along with you. Anything you project is yours, but you are not judged. It's like it's okay. Everything in there is okay. It's fine. If you have a problem with it, that's your problem. You're the one carrying it. It's kind of cool. So my history is kind of like I did all the love and light when I was a kid. Angels and fairies and crystals and oh yes, I was blessed be, namaste, all of that. Did all of that. Shit hit the fan in my life. Thank you very much. I had nothing. No inner resources, no nothing. This whole love and light thing, it's beautiful. And I don't laugh at the people too much. Too much. But it is a beautiful state, and it's all an illusion. And you learn to wield the illusion. And I watched the gurus and the people leading workshops, and I watched them how they feed. And it was like, what am I seeing here? I watched how they spin the illusions, and you'll see it across the board. It's still to this day you watch, and I've got a book coming out one day. I've got one on vampirism, being a psychic vampire. We're all psychic vampires, but there are some that choose their prey in the love and light and new age industry. I'm not saying anything that nobody else has said. This is said quite a few times, but I remember watching it. I watched these workshops turn into drama because the leader was just basically feeding off it all. And you're like, I'm not paying money for this shit. So yes, the light didn't serve me, right? Now, take that from what you will. So I go, okay, let's find substance. Let's find the dark. And there you find your own power. It's not a power that can work on other people, though people try. People who've gone down the dark into the dark side of the force, come back different, and I was quite happy to come back different. But I came back with substance, and I came back with foundation, and the foundation was what I called the black flame. And funny enough, I've got a song lined up about that. But the black flame is something you can build on, something you can stand solid. So when the world around you crumbles, when you crumble, there is still something inside of you that is solid. And that was my making. I could do anything I want now. Yeah, the foundation is there. I don't need anyone else's approval. I don't feel yeah, I've got little bits of social people pleasing stuff. It's useful. It just greases the works of dealing with this society. Smile and wave. Just smile and wave. All of that shit. That I aware I do it, and I aware that it's wearing a mask, but this society requires it. I don't need to wear the mask so much these days. One, I'm menopausal. So you get away with shit. And two, I've had a stroke, which has had to I've had to be very careful with my own energy. But it's all my journey. I can't give it to you. I can just say go there. And what came out of it is I'm not so much of a left-hand pather as a grey walker. Okay, so I will use both light and dark. I like the Tao, yin and yang. I like the forces that you can use in both fields. Praying to archetypal gods, yeah, it's useful. But I don't see it as a be all and end all. I'd rather pray to my higher self. That's a left-hand path thing. It's everybody finds their own path, and I am not saying that this is yours, but this is mine. And this is where I found solid ground. I had to go deep into the darkness. I had to face all my demons and fears. And you know what? You have to do that on a fairly regular basis because it's kind of a spiral. The spiral is kind of the symbol that I see for this because you have to go round again and it's not quite in the same place. And you're facing demons that you thought you conquered, but somehow we've got another anchor in. And so you've got to do it again and again. And it's all very useful. Wisdom through adversity. That's an amazing concept. In fact, if you don't take anything else away from today, take that concept, think about it. Wisdom through adversity. If you have trouble opening a coffee jar, right? You just can't get the lid open. You're learning, because this is wisdom through adversity. And when you sort of have to empty the toilet, this is wisdom through adversity. So it's also when your life falls apart, and also when your government falls apart. Okay, so there is levels to this. But you come out stronger, and my bestest thing is when you come out from a thing that hurt a lot, say like my stroke, and I'm not there yet, but I can feel the edges, is when you can say, I'm glad that happens because I'm stronger for it. And you have to, you don't say it to anybody else, you have to say it to yourself. I am glad that happened because I'm stronger for it. And I'm not there with the stroke yet because I'm not yet stronger for it. But I'm now looking at the world in a very different perspective. And I appreciate that. I appreciate the kick in the backside to sort of remove my stuckness. I have two holes in my head for it. Yeah, I know. I keep using that phrase. But there is actually 2 holes this side. I've seen the MRI scan. I've seen the scan, and it's like, it looks like I've been shot twice in the head. Yeah, take that for what you will. It's what you will. But yeah, this is life. And I've gone over, haven't I? Whoopsie. I chat too much. I'm not going to play the black flame. Ah, yes, I am. We don't need the time, do we? I'm going to play the black flame, and then I'll come back and say bye-bye.
The black flame is remembering. The self before the masks, the self before the fear, the self before the herd, the part that knows I am more than this body, more than this name, more than this story. In the beginning, the darkness spoke our name, and something ancient answered. Nature rolls downhill along the path of least resistance. The wheel turns, the gears grind, the body sleeps, the mind repeats, the shadows are cast but never faced. Against the grain, against the grain, we rise through difficulty, we rise through pain. The black flame burns where consciousness is born. We are the ones who choose the crimson dawn. The herd sleeps with open eyes, projecting demons into the world, blaming, fearing, repeating, never seeing. The mirror waits, shadow waits, the choice waits, the flame waits. Nature does not choose, it only continues. Blood follows blood, habit follows habit, until someone wakes. Against the flow, against the tide, no mercy begs from nature's blind divide. We stand apart, we forge, we reinvent. The black flame is our magnificent descent. Thought by thought, choice by choice, breath by breath, voice by voice. The will awakens, the edge returns, the sleeping self begins to burn. The black flame, the black flame, the black flame. Remember, awaken, awaken, awaken. Remember who you are. Awaken, awaken, awaken. Remember who you are. The black flame is effort. The black flame is friction. The black flame is choice. The black flame is consciousness. Remember. Remember. Remember.
Whew! There we go. That's the black flame. Got a few of those in that sort of genre because obviously it's very close to my heart. It's also about the grey path stuff. I like that sort of thing. Whoa, this is oily coffee. Yeah, I got MCT oil all over the place. But anyway, that helps me burn ketosis, apparently. But where's it coming from? It shouldn't be coming from there. Oh, I get it. I've got... that's naughty. Don't you dare. Naughty, naughty. There we go. Oh, otherwise we get... If I turn the volume off, if I have something playing on my computer, you end up with loops within loops within loops. Not fun. Right, we're coming to an end of Friday's entertainment. I hope you've been entertained. If you are on TikTok or YouTube, please leave a saying hi, just for me to know that there's somebody there. Otherwise, I'm just talking to myself. I don't mind talking to myself. That's fine. I do a lot of that, so it's not a problem. But TikTok is a new. Well, I've put videos up for a while now, but this live stream stuff is still new to me. So I could do with some feedback if you're on there. That'd be great. Sort of hi TikTok, YouTube. Well, I've been doing that for a while and I don't get much response. I'm probably just too weird for it. It's like fine. I don't mind being. Ooh, where'd you go? I don't mind being too weird for it. That's actually not a bad thing. Okay, what else did I have to say? Apart from, please check out my website, darkmoon.rocks, and I have an app, so app.darkmoon.rocks. And also there's a newsletter. It's Friday. I haven't done my newsletter yet. That's what I'm doing next. Okay. Thank you for the reminder. Whoopsie. I do a Friday newsletter every week. It's a little bit of fun. Yeah, it's all bits and pieces. And my new book out. Find that on my coffee shop, darkmoon.rocks. Love you lots. Take care of yourselves and each other. And yeah, it's okay. It'll be okay. Don't worry about things. It'll be okay. Have a good weekend. Bye now. Have a good full moon. Howl at it a bit. I think I'm going to howl at the moon tonight. Sounds good. Be barefoot while you do it, because that's also fun. Whee!
Like the passing of time, but it is a good concept to put into rhyme. It goes too fast or too slow. My brain is always on the go. It was an inflicted thing that watches you tick while it rings. We strap it to us.